get those stretches, guys. I do like to kind of do these every class. It just kind of gets my body feeling all loose and better for movement. So we're gonna cross the knees, cross the ankles, knees wide, sit up tall, and we'll just start right ear to right shoulder, and then left ear to left shoulder. And we'll just kind of take a few more of these. Maybe if you wanna like hang out on one side, you're welcome to do that. This tends to feel really good for me, the neck rolls. I don't know why, I must hold all my tension in the neck, probably common. All right, let's start to make it a circle. Chin down into your chest, all the way back, all the way down. Try to relax your shoulders. So your shoulders don't need to come up to your ears. Your ear is gonna stretch to your shoulder. And then one more. And then let's reverse it. You'll just go the other way, back and around, back and around. Just a few more, maybe going slower or faster, up to you. And one more. And we'll stop right at the top. And then let's just roll the shoulders back, down, and forward. Back, down, up, and back. Just let your arms hang heavy. One more in this direction. And then we'll reverse it. Forward, down, and back. Forward, down, and back. Just a few more. Try to let your shoulder blades kind of lift off of your back and then glide them down. One more. And then we'll take that side bend. So right palm's gonna come down to the mat. Just reach your left arm up, slide your right elbow down, take a really big stretch to the right, and then switch sides. Left palm, left elbow, big stretch, and continue. Right side, lift up tall through the center, left side. Again, slower or faster, up to you. Just going for a really nice big lateral side bend here. Try to open up the space on each side and try to keep your hips anchored. One more to the right. One more to the left. And then come all the way up to tall. All right, we're gonna start today kneeling, actually. So we'll do knees right under hips, palms under shoulders. And we're not gonna use any props today, but as we start to progress and move along, we will start to add some stuff, but we're just gonna kind of go basics here with no props. So from here, let's just start a little cat-cow. So now we were doing lateral flexion of the spine, so now we'll do a little forward flexion. Tuck the chin, tuck your tail, push your palms away from the mat, and then untuck your tail, roll through the bones in your back, articulate through your spine to lift your chin. Now pull your heart forward. So a lot of times we sit back in these. Try to pull forward, and then you'll curl your tail underneath you, roll through the bones, through your mid-back, hug your ribs into your body, drop your head, kiss your belly button all the way to the back of your spine, and then you'll untuck the tail, open up your heart, and pull forward. Just one more like this. Again, just kind of getting some movement here through your spine, drop your chin, pull the navel in, hollow out your center. And then as you come back down for this one, let's find a flat back. And you can kind of use your video, find yourself, really make sure you got a nice flat spine. So you're gonna hug your two front ribs into your body, try to narrow your ribs around your waistline, and then zipper your belly button in and try to pull it up underneath your ribs. So we have a really nice tight squeeze of our abdominals around the spine. And now from here, without shifting your weight, at least not too much, you're gonna slide your right leg back and then glide it right back in. Slide your left leg back and glide it in. Just a few more like this. And I want you to really find that deep scoop of the low belly as you slide each leg out. Now your body's gonna wanna lean to the opposite side as you send one leg back. Again, we're trying to focus on absolutely no rocking. So even more cinching tightly of the waistline, and even kind of making sure that your weight is even in your arms. You might feel your weight shift a tiny bit into one arm, and then the next as you switch. That's okay, just make sure your hips don't go. All right, now let's stretch the right leg back. Let's reach it all the way up. And now let's just stretch the right leg out to the right side. So it's not gonna go far, and then you'll sweep it right back behind your hip. And then again, it's gonna go out to the right side, and then right back behind your hip. Now, as you do this, I want you to activate your leg a lot. So really straight, squeeze your bum, lift your leg a little higher, and every time your leg goes to the right, again, your body's gonna wanna lean into that left arm side. I need you to actually try to lean more towards that working leg right side. And now if we can, stretch the left arm out to the left, shoulder height, and then again, just your right leg out and in. So now that my left arm's out of the picture, I'm probably not even gonna move that right leg that much. Can you push the space between your shoulder blades all the way up to the ceiling? Can you still scoop your low belly up and in and knit your ribs together? Just one more. Take your right leg in, hold it. Now stretch your left arm forward, hold. Now stretch your arm from fingertips to toes on that right side, and now pulse your right leg and your left arm up, up, up. Keep scooping the low belly in, so even you're pulsing the other leg, you're still pulling the abdominals in. Let's go 4, 3, 2, 1. Knee down, hand down. Sit back for a hot second. Give that right arm, right wrist a little moment. And then we'll come back forward. Palms under shoulders. And now let's send the left leg back. Let's lift the left leg up. And again, very, very active. Straighten through your leg, reach through your toes. And then stretch. Oh, I'm sorry. Left leg's gonna go out first and then in. So both hands down, left leg goes out and then in. So you're gonna be able to go maybe a little further than when we lift that arm up. But we're still trying to keep our weight as even as possible. Can you lift your leg a little higher? Can you push, again, the space between your shoulder blades all the way up to the ceiling? So we're really, really strong, not collapsing between the shoulder blades. Let's do one more. And then in, now stretch your right arm out to the right side. Keep the right arm reaching out to the right. Left leg's gonna go out a little and in a little. Out a little and in a little. Again, it's probably less, right, than it was when your hand was down. You should have a lot of weight working in that left arm. Push the space between your shoulder blades up again. Let's reset the low belly. Let's do one more. Left leg out, left leg in. Now stretch your right arm forward. Keep everything lifted. Now pulse your leg and your arm up. Pulse up, pulse up. Pull that low belly in. Knit your ribs together. Reach long. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knee down, hand down. Sit back and stretch. All right, roll your spine up to seated. Swing your feet around in front of you, and we'll come to sit. Toes are gonna be at the front edge of your mat, but let's zip our legs together today. So knees together, big toes together. And we'll stretch our arms out in front of us, but we'll take palms up. So we're gonna sit up really nice and tall, right out of your booty bones. And we'll start with this, a half roll down. So you're gonna tuck your tail, and you'll roll down just to your halfway point. Good, so tailbone kind of tucking underneath you. Now, even in this position, I want you to think of abdominals pulling in and up. And I want you to try, without moving your spine up and down, just try to crease a little bit deeper right at your breastbone. And then inhale at the bottom, exhale, roll your pelvis forward, and lift back up. And then inhale, exhale, tuck your tail, press your big toes down into the mat, wrap your inner thighs together. Try to find a deeper scoop and hollowing of your low belly here. So nice crease at your breastbone and a scoop of the low belly in. And then tilt your pelvis forward and roll and rock right back up. One more. Tuck and roll it down halfway. Zipper the inner thighs. Now, your knees and your big toes are in alignment, right? Because you're squeezing them together right in the center. Now, let's make sure they don't move. So we're just gonna twist our upper body to the right, sorry, to the left. If your right knee pushed further forward than your left knee, fix that. Try to pull your right hip back a little bit. And now from here, tap the shoulders for 10. Tap 9. Tap 8. Good, 7. 6 more. For 5, 4, 3, 2, tap 1. Extend your arms. Now twist all the way to the opposite side. Again, if your left knee shifted in front of your right, pull that left hip back and then tap. And tap. Keep scooping that low belly. You got 7, maybe scoop a little lower, 6, 5 more. Wrap your right rib back, twist a little bit more. 3, 2, last one, arms out, palms down. Come all the way back to center, hold it now, don't go anywhere yet. Just go down an inch deeper, maybe 2. And then crease up an inch, maybe 2. Down and up, tiny crease up my breastbone. Can you pull the low belly in deeper? You have 4, 3, squeeze those inner thighs. 2, press your big toes down. 1, come up just to that halfway point, and I'll curl the tail underneath you deeper. And slowly roll one bone at a time down to your mat, arms up. Good. All right, let's take the arms down. We're gonna bend our right leg to tabletop, left leg to tabletop. Let's zipper the knees together again, so we'll do parallel again. So big toes, knees wrapping in towards one another. I want you guys to find a focus on the inner thighs today. So wrapping and squeezing inward. And now from here, inhale, float your arms up to the ceiling. And now we're doing a little warm up here. We're gonna send our right leg down away from us, and we're gonna send our left arm back. Now I know you're like, but my head's down, this is easy. It should not be easy. I want you to try to soften your ribs down into your body. You should hear a shake in my voice. And then lift your right leg up and then take your left arm forward. Now left knee is gonna go down halfway. My right arm is gonna go back right around to my ear. And then I'll feel that little shake as I try to pull my ribs down towards my belly button. And then I'll scoot from the low belly to bring my left leg forward or in and my right arm forward. Let's switch, right leg and then left arm back. Hug the ribs down, find your core sitting waistline and then pull the knee and the hand in. And then again, knee down on the left side, right arm goes back. Pull the low belly deeper. Try to hug your ribs down towards your belly button as everything comes back to center. Now right leg, left arm, inhale. Exhale, knit your ribs together, pull in. Left knee, right arm. And then everything pulls back in. Last one, guys. Right leg, left arm. Exhale, pull in. Last one of this set. Left knee, right arm. And then hug the ribs together, pull back into center. Bend your knees in. Let's rock from side to side. We're gonna go right into the 100 here, guys. Let's do, again, parallel legs. So this is gonna feel a little different. So arms down by your sides. Move your knees away from you a little bit. Try to anchor the tailbone down. Inhale. Exhale, knit your ribs together. Curl the head, neck, and shoulders up. Let's extend the legs out to a high diagonal, parallel toes pointing inward, and start to pump your arms down, 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 down. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Now, if this is too much, bend the knees back into that tabletop, but I do want you to squeeze inner thighs and big toes together. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, breathe. And exhale, cinch your waistline tighter. Good. Now make sure, guys, that you are pumping from the shoulders, not elbows, not wrists flappy. Maybe lower your legs a tiny bit. Inhale. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, breathe. And exhale. 3 more. Inhale, breathe. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 more. Inhale, breathe. Exhale, hug your abdominals around your spine. Last one. Inhale, breath. And then exhale, 2, 3, 4. Pause. Bend your knees all the way in. Lower your head. Breathe. All right, guys. We're going to do something called coordination. This is normally done on a reformer, but we're going to pretend we're on a reformer. You're going to keep your knees parallel, toes parallel, knees squeezing. Let's bend the elbows in by our sides, right in a 90-degree bend. Now, what you want to pretend here is that you have those springs. If you've ever seen a reformer, it's those arm springs, right? So I'm going to press my arms down with tension, but not yet. We're going to inhale, exhale, curl your head, neck, and shoulders up. Now let's pretend again we have those springs on our palms. Now, excuse me, we'll push against the springs to press our arms down. We'll extend our legs out parallel, hold. Push your palms into the mat, open, close your legs quickly, and then exhale, bend your knees, and bend your elbows, but stay curled up. And then we'll inhale, arms down, legs out, push your palms into the mat. We're gonna open and close twice. 1, 2, and then exhale, bend your knees, and then bend your elbows. Anchor your tailbone heavy. Don't let your tailbone start to tuck. And now arms down, legs out 3 times. 3, 2, 1. Drag your knees in on your exhale, and then bend your elbows. Inhale, send it out. Try to hold the inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, bend your knees. Bend your elbows. Last one. Inhale, curl up deeper. Legs go out. You got it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, bend your knees. Bend your elbows. Lower your head. Good. And just rock from side to side. So it does take a little bit of coordination, that one. All right, guys. Feet down. Legs long. We'll go right into your roll up. You're going to flex your toes back. Even your pinky toes. Reach your arms to the ceiling. Now inhale. Fill up your lungs with air, and then exhale, hug the ribs down, Curl your chin up, crease over your rib cage, keep pulling the toes back, lift your waistline as you reach and C-curve your spine forward. So pause at the top, guys. It should be a C shape in your spine, rounding, but I do want you to still try to lift your ribs higher away from your hips. And then you'll curl your tail, push your tailbone into the mat, your middle, your upper, your shoulders, and your head. And then again, inhale, exhale, right back up. Now I'm gonna come over here and just check. I got some, oh, awesome, okay, I'm just making sure computer's doing all the right things. You're gonna reach it forward, and then tuck your tail, and roll it right back down. Pause right here, guys. We just did 2. So if you think you can advance this, and you're like, I got this, pull your toes back even more. If you think you can take that challenge, you're gonna take your arms back to that halfway back behind you position. So maybe a little bit above your chin. And now from here, you're gonna try to keep your arms right here. So you'll take an inhale, exhale, lift your chin up so your ears are right in between your biceps. And then you're gonna crease at your breastbone. This one's tough. Pull the low belly in. Try to keep those arms framing your ears, and then you'll come all the way up and forward. Now, if that's too much, guys, arms stay right in line with your collarbone. And then tuck your tail. Same thing on the way down. You'll lift your chin out of your chest. You'll keep the biceps framing your ears as you roll down. One more. Inhale. Exhale, head lifts first, then crease at your breastbone, pull the low belly in, pull the toes back, dig your heels into the mat, lift your waistline as you create that really nice C curve. Pull your pinky toes back even more. And then as you roll down, wrap your inner thighs together, scoop the tail underneath you. I want you to be very, very intricate about which bone hits the mat when. Good, and then arms down. All right, bend your right knee into your chest, send your right leg up. We'll go right for our leg circle. So we're gonna turn the right leg out slightly, flex your bottom heel, but keep your top one pointing. Now, if you need a softness to the knee, totally fine. We're gonna inhale, exhale, curl your head, neck, and shoulders up, and then circle your right leg across the bottom leg, down, exhale, lift it up. We're gonna inhale across, exhale, scoop to lift. Now, if you can go full circle, your right leg's gonna go all the way out to the side, and then back to center. No, we only go for a full circle, guys, if we have a very, very steady pelvis, right? So as I reach across, I'm gonna anchor that right hip into the mat. Same thing with the left hip. One more. Exhale up. Now challenge, maybe lift your arms right above your collarbone and then reverse the circle. Straight down, across and up. Straight down, across and up. Now if that's too much, arms come right back down. If the head being curled up is too much, lower your head. You got 3, 2, give me one more. All the way up, hold it. Flex your right heel, palms down if they weren't already. Let's do 5 scissor kicks, guys. You're gonna scissor kick your leg 5, switch your legs 4, scoop from the low belly 3, scoop from the low belly 2, and 1. Hold it here, left leg should be up. Now lower your head. Point your left toes, turn your left leg out. Let's stretch our toes to the ceiling as straight as we can. Totally fine if there's a soft bend. Flex your bottom heel. Now inhale. Exhale, curl your head, neck, and shoulders up if you did it last time. Light tips of the shoulder blades touching the mat. Now circle your left leg across, down, exhale, scoop to lift it up. Left leg goes across the bottom leg, down, exhale, up. Remember, you can take full circle, but we gotta make sure right hip stays anchored when that left leg goes out to the left. It's a lot of work in those obliques on that right side. 2 more. 1 more. Hold it at the top. Maybe your arms come right above your collarbone and you'll reverse the circle. So it'll go down, across, and up. Down, exhale, across and up. Maybe it goes out to the side and cross and up. That's hard. 2 more. Curl up deeper at your breastbone. Pull the low belly deeper. Last one. Hold it up. Parallel your knee. Flex your heel. Reach your heel to the ceiling. 5 more scissor kicks. Pull your low belly in. Switch. 5. Switch 4. Switch 3. Switch 2. Switch 1. Hold it. Lower your right leg all the way down. Lift your arms up to the ceiling right above your collarbone. Hold. Pull your pinky toes back more. Inhale, exhale. Crease at your breastbone. Pull your belly in and take a roll up. All the way up. Hollow out your center. Reach past your toes and lift your waistline tall. And then stack yourself up. Whew. All right. Rolling like a ball, guys. Scoot forward. I'm going to take a sip of water right there. All right. Heels connected, toes apart. You're gonna grab onto your ankles. We know this one well. You're gonna slide your heels towards your bum, float your heels off the mat, and just hold. So any lower back issues here, guys, you don't have to take the full roll. If you just don't like how it feels on your spine, you can rock back 1 inch and then rock forward 1 inch. It's really tiny, but a hell of a lot of control. So I wanna try to find this really nice round spine. Same idea of lifting your belly button in, but also scooping it up. Now from here, if you can, no lower back issues, you're just gonna rock back to the tips of your shoulder blades, exhale, rock up, and pause. Keep it going. Inhale back, exhale up, and pause. Now I'm gonna stop so I can keep talking. You guys keep going. I want you to give me 5 to 6 more, and I want you to stay as round as you can through your lower back, right? So the spine doesn't change shape. So you wanna try to keep your chest creasing over your rib cage. And then as you rock up, try to push your palms into your shins, and your shins push back into your palms, and that should help. 1 more. Let's pause. Good, hold it here. Zipper your knees together parallel, just holding. Now take both hands to your right shin, extend your left leg out. So we're gonna start your ab series here, but we're kind of floating in this teaser position with our spine. Now pull your belly button back a little deeper away from your right leg. Light touch on the hands. Now switch your legs. And then switch. And then switch. And then switch. Good. Now keep going like this, stretching your toes away from you. Now start to slowly, with control, roll your spine down to the tips of your shoulder blades, hold. And then I'm gonna ask you to see if with the same control, you can roll back up. Good, let's do that 2 more times. Scoop the low belly in, push your belly button down into your spine to push your spine down. Tips of the shoulder blades hit, don't lower your head. And then crease out your breastbone, draw the low belly in, that's tough. Let's do it 1 more time. You're gonna scoop the low belly back. You're gonna roll down with control, 1 bone at a time to the tips of the shoulder blades. Open your collarbone wide, and then see if you can keep your collarbone wide as you crease up. All right, guys, last one down. Tips of the shoulder blades hit the mat, and then we'll do 3, 3, 2, 2, last set, 1, and 1. Now bend your knees, lower your head. Woo! All right. Moving right along, double leg stretch, guys. Again, parallel knees, parallel toes. I want you to imagine holding on to like $1 billion lottery ticket right between your big toes. You gotta squeeze there. Inhale. Exhale, curl your head, neck, and shoulders up right to the tips of your shoulder blades. Now press your knees, your shins into your palms so that your knees actually move away from you a little bit. Now I don't want your knees to ever come closer to you than that. So you're gonna send both legs out, arms go right back by your ears. Now carve your arms around, bend your knees in just to that point. And now inhale, legs go out, squeeze your inner thighs, arms back. And now circle your arms, drag your knees in. Inhale. Exhale, circle around and in. Inhale, stretch long, legs go lower maybe. Exhale around and in. Good, 2 more, inhale out. Exhale, last one, inhale, stretch long. Exhale around and in, lower your head, quick moment. All right, exhale, lift it right back up. We're gonna go into scissors next. So again, let's move our knees away from us a little bit. So our tailbone's very heavy. Send both legs up. Ooh, my voice. Both legs up. Guys, we're gonna try to reach for our ankles. Now, I know that seems very far away, so you go as high as you can reach. For me, it's probably about right here in my calf muscle. If that's not happening and you can't keep your legs straight, just grab right behind your thigh, because I want you to try to get your legs as straight as possible. And now send your left leg halfway down away from you. Now reaching through both legs, both toes, we're gonna give ourselves a little pull through the right leg, switch and grab the left. Pull, switch. Pull, switch. Pull. Guys, as you continue with your legs, take some focus out of your legs and into your pelvis. If you're tucking your tailbone off of the mat, I want you to see if you can anchor it down. Try to anchor it down so that your waistband of your pants stretches a little wider to the sides of the room and you get a little longer through your waistline. Now maybe take your hands by your sides for a challenge and see if you can keep that tailbone anchored. Pull, switch. Pull, switch. Pull, switch. Let's do 3, 3, 2, 2, curl up higher, 1, and 1. Bend both knees in, lower your head. All right, lower lift is next. If again, we have any sort of lower back issue, guys, maybe we're feeling a little weaker today, you can take a modification and take your hands right into that diamond shape. right underneath your tailbone. You'll just rest your tailbone right in that diamond shape that your hands make. That's an option. Otherwise, hands are gonna come right behind the base of your neck. Now squeeze your knees together, point your toes. Inhale, exhale, knit your ribs together, crease your up over your rib cage. Think chin away from chest, trying to reach your chin forward towards your knees. And now let's send the legs up. Let's keep them parallel and pointed again today. So we're gonna lower the legs down, slow, down about halfway, slow, and now lift up slow. Slow, right to your hips, slow. If you need to modify, knees are bent and your knees go down. Down, down, pull the belly in to lift. Lift, lift, good. So legs straight or bent. We lower, 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 stretch long through your waistline, and then pull the belly in slow. Slow, slow, don't drop your head yet. Curl up a little deeper. Elbows a little wider if your hands are behind your head. Now from here, guys, we're gonna crisscross the legs as we lower. Lower, lower, and then cross up. Up, up, little crisscross, cross. Cross, cross, scoop, and lift. Lift, lift, one more, we cross, cross, pull the belly in, cross, and then up. Up, up, bend your knees, lower your head, good. All right, last one, guys, crisscross. We're gonna plant the feet down on the mat today for this one. Feet are gonna be hip distance apart, so feet and knees. And now let's take our hands back behind our head, and let's switch our hands. So whichever one felt awkward, that's when you're gonna do. Rest your head back into your palms. Now I'm hanging out here and I can already feel my ribs kind of popping up to the ceiling, right? So try to hug your ribs down, even though your elbows are wide. Inhale. Exhale, curl your head, neck, and shoulders up. Again, we're not gonna jam the chin into the chest. Try to lift your chin up as if you were kind of holding onto like a little lemon right there. And now I know that I just tucked my tailbone, so I'm gonna anchor it down a little bit heavier into the mat. You're gonna try to do the same. Now twist your upper body to your left. Now hold it. Now I want your right hip bone to anchor heavy into the mat. And now curl up for 5. Little crunches. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now twist to the right. Keep your left hip bone in the back anchored. Curl up 5. Crunch 4. Crunch 3. Crunch 2. Crunch 1. Twist to the left. 4 times. You got it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Twist higher through the center. Scoop the low belly and crunch up 4. Crunch up 3. Crunch up 2. Crunch up 1. Keep breathing, guys. We got 3, 2, 1. Twist to the right. We got 3, 2, 1. Twist to the left. Curl up higher for 2, 1. Twist to the right. 2, 1. Give me 1 more. The best one. Curl up as high as you can. 1, and then 1, and then lower down. Woo. All right. Bend your knees into your chest. Rock yourself up. Spine stretch forward. All right, guys. We're gonna do legs long, feet mat distance, so a little wider. We'll stack our shoulders right over our hips, sit up tall, like you're right along a really nice tall chair. And now soften your knees if you need to get yourself really tall on top of your booty bones, your sits bones. Now you'll push your palms down out in front of you as if you're kind of pushing your palms down against something that's like right there. So you'll take a nice inhale to lift up taller through the crown of your head. Exhale, drop your chin, crease forward at your breastbone. Let your arms slide forward. Now, as your spine stretches forward, try to keep lifting the lower back bones to create more air, more space between those bones. And then you'll exhale to lift up tall. So I don't want you guys to confuse this with just kind of like reaching forward. It is creasing at your breastbone, but then still lifting. Let's go for it again. So you're gonna crease. You're gonna pull the belly button in and then try to lift your belly button up underneath your ribs and then try to go forward more. And then exhale, stack up tall. Reach through the crown of your head. One more time, inhale. Exhale, hug the ribs together, crease at your breastbone. Let your arms slide forward, let your waistline lift a little bit more. Then you can crease forward more and then stack yourself all the way up to tall. Let's do arms out to your wide V. We're gonna go right for your saw. Flex your feet a little bit more, sit up taller. Now twist your upper body to the left. Make sure your right hip did not lift with you. So anchor your right booty bone down. Now reach your back arm a little bit further back. Flip your back palm up. Now crease at your breastbone. You're gonna try to reach for your right Now reach your right pinky finger past your left pinky toe, but try to reach the arms a little higher. And now try to lift your waistline a little higher. And now try to crease and try to look back at your back hand. And then inhale up. That just like really affected my voice, right? My vocals. Twist to the right, flip your back palm up, crease forward, pull your belly button in, try to look back at that right hand and lift your waistline even as you round and crease, and then lift up tall. And then twist to the left, and then dive. Inhale up, twist, and then exhale, dive. Inhale up, twist, exhale, dive. Arms stay lifted, up, twist, exhale, press that back arm up. One more, left, twist, dive. Inhale up to the right, and dive. And then inhale up, arms to center, arms down. We're gonna do one more. Zip your legs together, flex your feet. So again, inner thighs wrapping in. This one's kind of like your advanced rotation. We're gonna take arms out to your T position. Now you wanna try to, again, imagine being pulled by a string right at the front of your head. So you have to have that sensation of lifting out of your booty bones. If you need to soften the knees a little, you can. Now we're gonna twist the upper body all the way to the left. Now this seems simple, but again, if you try to constantly grow taller and pull your belly button away from your thighs, and then try to look back at your left pinky finger, you're gonna get way more twists in your thoracic spine, and that's what we're going for. And then twist to the right. We're gonna hold it, we're gonna look back at that right palm. We're gonna try to grow taller, pull your belly button up away from your legs, give yourself a little twist, and then twist to the left. Little pulse, pulse, grow taller as you twist to the right. Pulse, pulse, grow taller, wrap your ribs around your spine. Pulse, pulse. Now there should be no shifting in your feet. So if you feel your ankles kind of shifting past one another, we gotta stabilize the pelvis a little bit more. Pulse, pulse, so that means more core. To the right, one more set, guys. To the left, wrap, wrap, and then to the right, wrap, wrap, and then back to center, arms down. All right, let's open our feet about hip distance apart again. Last thing seated here. We're gonna take our hands right to the base of our neck, elbows kind of wide, but still in your peripheral vision. Soften your knees if you need to, dig your heels down. Now use your hands to lift your skull really, really tall. So I'm gonna scoot my belly button away from my thighs, and I'm gonna keep this lifted spine, tip back with a really straight spine. So I want you to try to get more air, more space between the lower back bones. And then you'll tuck your tail, take it slow, push your lower back, your middle, your upper, and let your shoulders hit the mat, bend your head. This is your neck pull, it's tough. So it's essentially a roll up with your hands behind your head. So we're gonna take an inhale, exhale, chin up, light on my hands. I'm gonna crease at my breastbone. Now if this is not happening, I can take a light touch behind my thighs and my fingertips, and then once I'm there, I can take my hands back, crease over your waistline, lift up and over, guys. Tap your elbows to your knees. Now they don't need to touch, but you just need the energy of letting your head hang really heavy. You do not need to pull in your neck, just let gravity give you a little stretch here. This is the nice part of the exercise. And now pull your belly button in and up, lift your waistline as you stack your bones all the way back up to tall. Now I'm gonna grow even taller on this one. Dig your heels into the mat, soften your knees if you need to, tip back. So imagine your hip bones in the front of your body opening up, but you're still anchoring the booty bones down. You should shake. Lift your chin out of your chest. Press your head back in your hands. And then tuck your tail. Oh, I was not as successful on that one on the way down. One more time. Those are tough. Inhale. Exhale, chin to chest. Pull the low belly in. Crease over your rib cage. Dig your heels into the mat. Lift the sides of your waistline. Then round forward. So it's a lifted round. And then I'm gonna stack my bones back up, press your head back into your hands. Use your hands to lift your skull, create more space between those bones. Now tip back, open the hips a little bit more, tip back, and now with control, curl your tail underneath you. With control, guys, keep your chin out of your chest, push one bone at a time into the mat. Keep your elbows wide. Ooh, good. All right, arms down by your sides. Let's drag the knees right into our chest. We're gonna do one more thing here. I know the hip flexors, right? They're feeling it. One more thing and then we'll turn around. Knees into your chest. We're gonna do corkscrews. We get to keep our head down, so it's kind of nice. So you're gonna push your palms into the mat, your triceps into the mat. Now find a really wide collarbone, super important in this one. Send your legs up to the ceiling. Now for this one, we are gonna actually do heels connected, toes apart. So we will find a little bit of relief for the hip flexors. Open your knees, a little bit to the sides, right? So you're kind of making this little diamond shape. And now from here, move your knees away from you a little bit, right? So you're opening up the pocket right where your hips meet your pelvis a little bit more. Now push down through your arms. You're gonna let your knees tick to the right side. That's it. And then you're gonna pull them back to center. Then you're gonna let your knees tick to the left. So think of your right hip lifting to let your knees go to the left. And then come back to center. And now my left hip's gonna lift and my knees will travel to the right just a little bit. Now keep going like this, guys. Now I'm saying lift the hip, right? Which is exactly what I want you to do. But notice what happens to your rib cage on that same side. So if I lift my left hip right here, I'm gonna try to keep the back side of my left rib point still touching the mat. That's the challenge. And then come back to center. So this time as we twist to the right, we're gonna pick it up a notch. We're gonna lower the legs down away from us. Keep pulling the belly button in so your spine stays connected to the mat. It goes to the left and then your legs come back to center. Try that again, squeeze your heels. Legs go to the left so my right hip lifts. Then I'm gonna let the knees travel away from me. I gotta keep pulling my low belly in to keep my lower back connected to the mat. My knees go to the right and then we take it to center. This is like painfully slow to the right, but very, very good. Pull your low belly in, maybe the legs go lower, and then to the left, and then back to center. Last one, guys. Pay attention to your shoulders on this one. Keep your collarbone wide. Legs go down, they go low. You pull your low belly in, they go to the right, and then they go back to center, and then bend your knees. Woo! That was a lot for the hip flexors. It's good, guys, though. You want those muscles to be strong, especially if you sit a lot. We're gonna rock up and we're gonna turn around. We're gonna do a little stretch for the hip flexors actually. So you're gonna come onto your stomach. Before we get to swan, let's do, I'm gonna put my left face cheek down on the mat, arms down by my sides, palms up, and then zipper your knees together. Well, they don't have to be together, we'll get there. Now make sure you're looking to the right and then grab onto your left ankle or your left toes, whatever you can reach with your left hand. And then you'll just hold it there. Now, you might feel a stretch already. If you need a little bit more, I want you to try to see if you can pull your two frontal hip bones into your body. So it should almost feel like you're tucking your tailbone, right? So your tailbone kind of points down towards your back foot that's on the ground there. And you should feel this huge stretch in the front of your hip, your quad, and those hip flexors. Now, if you can zipper your legs together and you should feel it more. If that bothers your knees, open your feet a little wider. And then switch, we're gonna look the other way. Just a moment to stretch these out here. Grab onto your right toes or ankle with your right foot. Make sure you're looking to your left. And then just a gentle pull. You don't even need to do much if you feel it here. If you want to find a little bit more, gently scoop your hip bones into your body and try to point your tailbone down. Now know that a stretch, guys, should never be forced. So just gently. That should feel kind of nice. And then you're just gonna let it go. And then let's take our forehead to the mat. We'll take our palms out on the mat in front of us. We'll find our fingertips just slightly in front of the line of our shoulders. Now plug your shoulders down your back, pull your elbows down towards your hips. And now again, without getting that stretch this time, you're just gonna scoop your hip bones again up and into your body. Try to physically lift them off of the mat and then pull your belly button up and in off of the mat as well. Now this is really hard. We're gonna start to lift our chest, our head up for this swan. So just holding here, you might not get very far at all. It's okay if your ribs are still touching, I'll take it. Want you to try to think less about how high you get and more about trying to stretch the bones in your spine towards the front of the mat, right? So pull your heart forward and then you'll lower down and you'll let your forehead hit. And now again, we're gonna pull the belly button in. We're gonna start to lift the chest up. Now we can start to maybe get the arms involved. Now, if I push my arms up a little straighter, I still wanna make sure that I'm hugging the low belly in, melting my shoulders down and knitting my ribs into my body. And then as I lower down, I'm gonna close the ribs and keep lifting them. And then my forehead will hit. Again, inhale, scoop the low belly in to prepare. Exhale, you'll start to back bend. If that's all you got, stay there, keep pulling your heart forward. If you can press into your arms, make sure you're pushing into your pointer fingers and your thumbs. And I will start to straighten your arms a little bit more. Lift your chin up slightly, melt your shoulders down, hug your ribs and your low belly in. And then as you lower down, try to reach the crown of your head 1 inch further forward. Keep closing your ribs and lower with control. All right, moving on. Let's stretch the arms all the way out in front of us. Forehead still down. And now we just started the upper body lift, and now we're gonna add your legs. So again, you'll scoop the low belly in deeper. You'll knit your ribs together. Let's lift your arms, your legs, your chest, your head, everything off of the mat, guys. Now make sure you're not lifting your chin up. I want your ears in line with your biceps. Now reach from fingertips to toes. Lift your legs a little higher by squeezing your bum. Now lift your heart a little bit higher, and now try to pull your body apart as if somebody was pulling you from both sides. And then lower down. Again, abdominals are gonna pull in, ribs are gonna close. We're gonna lift everything as high as we can. We're gonna reach our middle fingers on both hands as far forward as we can. We're gonna reach our big toes all the way back. We're gonna squeeze our bum and lift our legs 3 inches higher. Now lift your chest 3 inches higher, and then lower down. One more, inhale, abdominals pull in. Lengthen your tailbone down, let's lift it all up. Holding here. And now let's take it to swimming. So you're gonna kick your arms and legs up and down as fast as you can. You'll inhale, and you'll exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale for 5, and exhale. Shh. Good, keep going, guys. Can you kick a little bit faster? Arms and legs. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more inhale. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause and hold. Lift everything a little higher. Lift a little higher. Lower down. And then sit back. Child's pose. Open your knees wide. Stretch your fingertips really long. Try to make this an active stretch, trying to push up your bones to the ceiling. And then I like to kind of rock from side to side a little bit. All right, roll your spine up to seated. Roll your shoulders back, chin up. Moving on. Let's come into your side kick series. So let's do left side. So we'll come down onto the left elbow, onto the mat, left hand to the base of your neck. Now try to find your hips stacked, your shoulders stacked, your ankles stacked, and we're gonna actually line up our whole body with the back edge of the mat. So I am gonna feel a little off balance here as I try to line up my toes with the back edge of the mat. Now just a light touch with your right hand in front of you. You'll squeeze your legs together. Let's actually do Pilates stand. So even here, you can turn your toes out and connect your heels. So a little bit of a turnout through your inner thighs. And then you're gonna lift both legs up and just hold it. So by lifting both legs up, you should feel right side of your waistline, the top, trying to scoop in to lift your legs. And then lower them down. 2 more. You're gonna scoop the right hip bone up and in towards your right lower rib. Squeeze your legs more to lift your heels higher. And then lower them down. 1 more. Both legs lift up a little higher. Keep lifting that right side. Sweep your legs forward and lower them down with control. So you wanna try to get your heels a little bit in front of the edge of your mat. So heels off the mat. We're kind of in a 45-degree angle here with our legs. Now let's take the top hip. We're gonna stretch it and reach it away from us. So you will feel kind of your bottom waistline lift up off of the mat a little. That's a good thing. We want that sensation. You're gonna take your other hand to the base of your neck as well. This is a challenge. I want you to try to start like this. If you need to take your hand down, totally fine. We're gonna lift the top leg up. We're gonna try to lift it a little tiny bit higher than hip height. Now flex through your right heel. Now I want you to imagine somebody pulling at your ankle. So your leg actually reaches past your bottom leg. Try to keep that happening. And now sweep your right leg forward. Point your toe and sweep it back. We're gonna flex to sweep it forward as far in front of us as we can while still keeping it up. And then point, stretch through your toes, squeeze your booty back, take it all the way back in line with your hip. And then flex forward. And then point, sweep back. Flex it forward, point it back. Now I want you guys to be very conscious of what's happening with your torso. It's very easy to just let it drop forward and then let it roll back. That's not what the name of the game is. I want you to stay super stable. So try to take your bottom rib point and try to pull it into your body. Let's do 1 more. Kiss your belly button to the back of your spine. Last one, hold it back here. Now lift your leg a little higher, and then we're gonna pulse it up, up, up. Now again, these may seem easy, but I want you to try to find your legs active, right? The activity in your legs, stretching through your toes and lengthening through your leg is gonna create so much more resistance. Better for you. 3, 2, 1. Now flex your heel, keep it high. You're gonna sweep this right heel as far forward as you can without letting this top hip collapse in. So hold it here. Now reach your heel for the screen, but reach your booty back like you're trying to tap your booty bone back behind you. Now pulse up, up, up. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now sweep it right over your bottom leg. Hold it, lift it up about 4 inches. Now point, lower it down just to hip height. Flex, press it up those 4 inches. Point and lower. Flex up, point down. 1 more, flex, press it up. Point, resist it down. Now keep the point, press it up. Flex, resist it down. Point, press it up. Let's pretend you're pressing something really heavy up with your thigh. And then flex, you're resisting that heavy thing down. 2 more, point up. Flex, resist that heavy thing down. 1 more, point, press it up higher. Flex, resist it down. Now keep this really strong flex, guys. Your legs should be shaking because you're flexing so strongly. Now lift your leg a little higher. Keep reaching your heel away from you. And you're gonna go for basketball size circles. So that goes behind the bottom leg and in front of the bottom leg. So we're gonna reach through our heel as we do this. Can you pretend that you're trying to erase something with your heel, right? So a lot of energy to erase something. Let's do 3, 2, 1. Reverse it, up and back, up and back. 3 more, 2, 1. Hold your leg up. And now let's rotate our thigh bone to the ceiling. So a little external rotation, and then rotate it into point to the ground. So internal rotation. Now, can you reach that heel longer? Now, external rotation, just your thigh bone rotates. And now internal rotation, reach that heel longer. And now external rotation, yep. And then rotate it in, it should be shaking, guys, reach longer. And now external rotation here, hold it here. Lift your leg as high as you can. And then lower it down, don't drop it. Point and lift it up as high as you can. Flex and sweep it down. Point and lift it up. Flex and sweep it down. 2 more, point up as high as you can. Flex, sweep. 1 more, point up. And then flex, sweep it down. Hold it right about hip height. Take your top hand to the mat. Point both of your toes. Lift your bottom leg up to meet your top heel. And we're going to pulse them together. We got 10, 9 little beats. 8, 7, 6 more. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. All right, other side. Right side, let's see if I can remember all of that. Right elbow down, right hand to the base of your neck. Let's stack the shoulders, stack the hips, stack your feet. And again, this should be like a little tough to balance right here. We should be in one full straight line from elbow to toes. And I'm gonna take my top hand right in front of me on the mat for a little bit of help. And now turn your toes out into that Pilates stance, heels connected, toes apart. And I'm gonna lift both legs up, just kind of crunching my top waistline. Can you relax that top shoulder? And then lower down. And then again, I'll lift both legs, press your head back into that right palm a little bit, relax your left shoulder, and then lower down. 1 more. Belly button's gonna scoop in. I'm gonna try to squeeze that left top waistline to lift my legs. I'll sweep them forward and lower them down with control. Now lift your top leg up. Let's flex both feet. Make sure the heels of your feet are just off the edge of your mat. Now challenge to try to start with that top hand to the base of your neck as well. So it just takes a little bit of that balance out of it. Now let's reach that front heel really long past our bottom heel, like we're trying to be, like we're being pulled, right, by that ankle. And then we're gonna sweep it forward. We're gonna point, sweep it back. We're gonna flex it forward, reach through the heel, point, sweep it back, squeeze your tush. Flex forward, point back. Just a few more. Remember, no rocking and rolling of your torso. So the core does play a very important part of your side kick series. So knit the ribs together, pull your belly button in, point, sweep it back. Just 1 more, flex forward, point, sweep it back, hold it here. Try to squeeze right where your bum meets your thigh. And now try to stretch your toes 2 inches longer than you think you can. And I'll pulse up, up, up. Let's do 6. Good, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now flex your heel, sweep it as far in front of you as you can get while still keeping your waistline long. Reach your heel forward, but reach your tush back. Now pulse up, up, up. We got 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it right over your bottom leg. Hold it here. Reach this leg even longer past your bottom heel. Now lift it up a little bit higher. Point your toes, lower it down just a few inches. Flex to press it up. Point to resist it down. Flex up. Point down, one more. Flex, press that heavy thing up. Point, resist it down. Now keep the point stretch longer. Press that heavy thing up. Flex, resist it down just a few inches. Point, press up. Flex, resist. Point it up. Flex, resist. One more. Point, press up. Flex, resist. Hold it here. Stretch that leg even longer. Maybe try to lift your bottom waistline off of the mat a little. Good. Now keep the flex strong, base basketball size circles. So we're going to go in front of the bottom leg, up and behind the bottom leg, forward, up, back, forward. So again, guys, let's pretend we're trying to erase a pencil mark, right, with your heel. So you're going to have to push as you circle. Let's do 3, 2, 1, and then reverse it. I'm going to have to come up with like more like digital age cues, because like who uses pencils anymore? Let's do 3, 2, 1. Hold it up. Now again, try to reach that heel further. Now rotate your knee to the ceiling, external rotation, and then you're gonna rotate it down so your knee points inward, internal rotation, and then external up, and then internal rotate the inner thigh in. So now my internal rotation is like not huge. So when I try to rotate my knee to the ground, it's probably not gonna go that much. Remember, your hip shouldn't be going with your rotation leg, guys. It's just your thigh bone, not the hip. Let's do one more, knee down. Let's do knee up. Now keep it up, hold it here, reach it longer. Now kick your leg up and reach it down. Point to lift it up, flex to reach it down. Point to lift, flex to reach. Point to lift, flex, reach. 2 more, point up, flex, reach it down. 1 more, point up, flex, reach it down. Hold it here, don't lower it all the way. Take your top hand onto the mat, point both toes, lift your bottom heel up to meet your top, and then little beats, little beats. We got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Good. Roll onto your back. Bend both knees, feet on the mat. Take your left ankle across your right knee. And just gently try to push your left knee out away from you. You should feel a stretch here in the outer left thigh, outer hip. Little bit more if you want. Grab behind your right thigh, pull towards you. And then flex both feet. And then you can kind of use that left elbow or even your hand on that left side to push your left knee out a little. Just don't force anything. And then switch sides, right ankle over left knee. You can hang out here with your foot on the ground and push your right knee away, or pull your thigh towards you, grab behind your left thigh, maybe push your right elbow into your right knee, maybe use your hand, maybe rock side to side. All right, bend your knees into your chest, rock yourself up. We're gonna do something fun. This one's called Seal. I haven't taught this in ages. I taught it this morning, it was fun. All right, so it's very similar to rolling like a ball. So the same idea of staying in that tight little ball as you rock back and forth using your abdominals, but it's a little different setup. So you're gonna take your hands, come up to seated, take your hands to a palm position, thread your hands through, grab right around the outside of your ankles, and then you'll pull your navel back. You'll balance behind your tailbone, floating your heels. Now again, if you have any lower back issues, herniations or anything, you could just take this really small, roll back an inch and forward an inch. If we can go all the way, we're gonna clap our heels once together, rock back to the tips of the shoulder blades, clap when they're back, and then rock back up. You'll clap your heels as you balance. You'll clap when you balance back. And then clap, pull the low belly in, clap, and then forward, clap, and then back, clap. Now we're gonna try 2 claps. Clap, clap, rock up, clap, clap as you balance, rock forward, clap, clap, just to the tips of the shoulder blades. So you wanna pull the low belly in, and then clap, clap. It's kind of funny looking. Try 3 claps. 3, try 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Give me 2 more, guys. After your second one, you're gonna cross your ankles and try to come up to standing. Right here, cross the ankles, plant the feet, come up to standing. And then you should be able to turn around and face your mat. Lovely. All right, guys, last thing here, we're gonna do some front supports and planks. Let's do our feet parallel, so about hip distance apart. And then stand up nice and tall, reach to the front of your head, lift your arms up to the ceiling. Relax your shoulders down, melt your rib cage down. Inhale. Exhale, drop your chin to your chest. You're gonna crease forward at your breastbone, lift your navel up and in. Try to find your body weight a little bit more forward into the balls of your feet as you roll down. And then we'll take 4 counts to walk up to that plank. Walk out for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it here, spread your fingers wide. So thumbs and pointer fingers, holding you nice and strong. If you need to modify your plank, guys, knees down, hips forward. Otherwise, on the feet right here. Now try to scoop your hip bones again into your body. Pull your ribs down, pull the belly button up and in, push the space between your shoulder blades up to the ceiling a little bit more. Good, now we're gonna lift the right heel up, just hold it. And then we'll pull the left heel back and forward. Left heel pulls back and forward. Now switch, right foot down, lift your left heel. Keep your butt low. Right heel's gonna pull back and forward. Right heel pulls back and forward. Then switch, left foot down, right leg up. Pull back and forward. Back and forward. Switch, left heel up. Keep flexing back and forward. Keep that leg active. Back and forward. One more set, right leg up. Shoulders pull all the way back behind the wrists and then forward. Back and forward. Switch, left heel up. Pull back and forward. Back and forward. Left foot down, hold. Pike your hips up. Stretch your heels down. Take a moment. Little down dog, reach your heart for the mat. And now lift your heels high. Curl your tail. You're gonna roll through the bones in your back. Articulate through your spine back out to your plank. Hold. Now straighten through your legs nice and strong. We're gonna tap one shoulder with one hand, and then we'll switch opposite shoulder. Tap and tap. Tap and tap. Now this is not about speed, actually more about stability. You can still do this one on the knees. We're not gonna allow our hips to wobble. So both feet holding a lot of your weight, legs strong, low belly in, 3 more sets. And 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. Hold it. Pike your hips up. Stretch your heels down. One more thing, guys. Lift your heels high. Roll through the bones in your back. Come back out into your plank. Knees down if you need to modify. 5 Pilates push-ups. We're gonna take them slow. Bend your elbows close by your sides. Exhale, push it up. Bend the elbows close. They point back. You exhale, press them up. 4, 3, 2, 1 more. And up, hold it, hold it. Pike your hips up. Pedal your knees one at a time. Right heel high, left heel high, right heel high, left heel high. Now lift both heels high. Walk your feet a little closer together. Let's find that Pilates stance. Wrap your heels together, keep your toes apart. Now start to walk your hands back towards your feet. Keep lifting the low belly up, up, up. Hang out here. Find most of your weight again in the balls of your feet. Light on your heels. Now take a nice big inhale. Exhale, you'll start to roll your bones up to standing. Keep your arms framing your ears. One bone at a time. Lift your arms up, pull your ribs down, and then take your arms down. Whew.